check. Let us know if you can hear on YouTube and Facebook.
Oh, no sound. Okay. Back through some greetings here. Julie, how are you tonight? Louise, Ruth, Cheryl, how's West Virginia treating you? Debbie.
I was just saying, let's do a sound check.
Yeah. Everybody sound check. Hey, Beverly, how are you tonight? A little cold out there. Pennsylvania, Kathy, how are you? Peggy, Cindy, Jen, how are you tonight? Louise. It's good on Facebook. How are we looking on YouTube?
Welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. Taking time out of your evening and having some fun with us tonight.
Oh.
And you?
Somebody noticed that you have a different look.
I do. Got a haircut.
Yeah.
It's amazing how just a haircut can change a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah. So you just wanted something different.
I did. I think that the, pulling it back was a little too severe looking, and I'm not going to go into all the details, but
new hairdo, yes.
New updo, not updo.
Love the hair.
Oh, thank you. I'm liking it too. It's less maintenance, so just use a little tiny drop of shampoo instead of like 4 pumps of to get it through. Molly's over here nodding because she's got hair almost to her waist, and she's like, I know about the 4 or 5 pumps of.
She has to buy the giant bottle.
Yeah. So
that was in the wrong place. Okay, welcome, Patsy.
Well, let's get started.
Who are we, Joan?
Quilters HQ, Windmill Sewing Center, and Sewing Machines Express. The websites are quiltershq.com, windmillsewingcenter.com, and QHQ2.com. We do this every Tuesday from 6 to 7 Central on both Facebook and YouTube. If we have demos, Molly does her magic and turns some of those demos into videos and all kinds of stuff out there on YouTube. So go check those out. Some cool ones, too, like how to bind a quilt in 15 minutes. Not exaggerating there. Scrappy.
Barb, how are you tonight? Kathy.
So what's going on at the store is we just had our first retreat, which was a lot of fun. And then Mega Dream Bag, which we showed last week. That class is $50. Plus pattern and supplies, and that is November 12th from 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. So right here at Quilters HQ. Let's Surge 1, make friends with your serger. I think there's like 3 or 4 seats left in this one. So don't wait, sign up. It's a great class, fills up almost every time, and then we have people calling going, well, can you fit just one more? And sometimes we do.
Hey, Carla, how are you tonight?
That one starts January 5th. That one goes 8 weeks. It is not $80. It's $120. $120 for an 8-week program. Perfect. Let's Surge 2, Simple Garments. There's 3 seats left in this one. October 29th through December 10th. 6-week program. Is that right? Is that updated?
Hey, Wendy, how are you tonight? Welcome to the show.
I think it is. The Let's Surge 2. We had a conversation about it this weekend. I think it's a 6-week program. It's $90, and you make several garments and also a really cool little jacket, too.
Judy said the next retreat is November 8th through the 10th.
November 8th through the 10th for the next retreat. It's $50. Bring your sewing machine. You can leave it here overnight. You don't have to pack it with you. It was a big hit.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Quilting Ruler Club. 3rd Saturday monthly at Quilters HQ. Next meeting is November 19th. $25 per club meeting. There was some confusion. This is for your domestic machine. This is not for the long armors. So this is on your home sewing machine. AccuQuilt is this Thursday. think we're on month 4, might be month 5 of the AccuQuilt Club project. And that one goes live to YouTube too, so you can check that one out. We will be starting a new one. I think it's in January or February. February might be the new one. Kimberbell.
And you've got that all plotted out?
I sort of do. I have an idea. I am kind of last minute, but yeah, I have an idea of what we're doing, and it's pretty cool. So
hey,
if you
John, how are you?
Have an AccuQuilt, you can participate through YouTube as well. If you can't make it to the class in person, and that one is free, and it's just a price for the kits. So we have a lot of fun. Eye mask, cool as a cucumber, and not today. Saturday, December. Nope, that's the second one. That's the last one. Which one is this? Is how we roll. It's a mug rug, and that is November 12th. At Windmill Sewing Center is $25 per class. The next one is Saturday, December 10th. It's going to be that day. Saturday, December 10th. And it is the eye mask, cool as a cucumber, and not today. Table Runner Club, second Thursday each month from 10:30 to 12:30. $25 per club meeting. And then, of course, what we do. Joan Sews live every Tuesday. Community events, AQS Branson 2023. That is in March. Ad Astra Shop Hop, that starts next month. November 3rd through the 5th. And I just finished our Shop Hop quilt today. And it is...
It's coming out beautiful, I thought.
I might be just a little bit partial, but I think ours is the best.
But it utilizes everybody's fabric.
And it does utilize everybody's fabrics. So
very pretty.
AQS Branson, Kansas City Regional Quilt Festival, June 15th through the 17th. All Kansas, Nebraska Shop Hop, April 1st through May 31st. Ad Astra Shop Hop, another 11 stores, March 30th through 31st. That can't be right. I think it's... And
Which
April
one?
1st. It goes across the month.
Yeah.
And then, you asked, we listened, we are starting a new sew-along December 6th. And we have, for the first time ever... We have already a pre-finished quilt to show you what it's going to be.
Oh my God! Oh my God! We left out one announcement, though.
Which one was that?
We do have a trunk show at Windmill Sewing Center on Friday and Saturday. That goes from 9:30 to 4:30. That's all OESD products. So you can come by anytime, look at the products, just see some of the cool stuff that you can make with OESD. So...
I want to go see it before we ship it back. So tell Dana not to pack it up yet, because we're going to be in Springfield at the Springfield store, because we're having an event with Kim Gold of Graham with her rulers. Sewing Revolutions. And we will be down there for that event.
Thursday and Friday.
So it'll be a lot of fun.
Lana has already signed up for the new sew-along.
Okay, it is on the website right now to sign up, and it is, so you're going to pay for the first month, and we'll do it just like we've done all of the others. So, if you sign up for the first month, you will have a kit for all of the blocks. There are 30 blocks in this. Cost for the kit is $5. The pattern will be available on the website to download. And, yeah, so if you want to sign up, go register for the December 5th or December 6th class.
If you're having trouble getting on YouTube, a few people have had to jump off and get back on. Some had some video, no sound. So if you were watching on YouTube, you might try it again. Yeah. We were testing it here and it seemed okay.
Maybe the link isn't working correctly, so just go to our channel page and then you can click on the live.
Thanks, Mom. So, shall we show them what we're going to make?
Is everybody ready for the solo?
I want to name it Pretty in Pink, but it's already been named.
Yeah, that's true. You can't change the name.
And it's not my pattern. This is a pattern from Moda. So here it is. So if you have AccuQuilt, some of these blocks can be cut with AccuQuilt. And so you know I will be, but obviously some of them you're going to have to get your rotary cutter out or your scissors. We'll show you some cheats on how to do this block, but what a beautiful quilt. And this one belongs to Judy Brennan. And this was a gift made for her. And these are the colors that we're using. It's all grunge. In their quilt, they use grunge for the background. We're going to use like a solid just to keep the cost of the kit down so we can be at that $5 mark for you every week. And what a beautiful quilt. And if you would like extra fabric, we can do that. So if you wanted to make this bigger, you could put a sashing in it. Easy peasy. So pretty much everybody knows how to do a sashing because we've done one in our sew-alongs before. Actually, we've done two. So let me know what you think of the sew-along, and if you want to sign up. I think it's beautiful.
Jen was saying that she made that quilt in Christmas fabrics and it came out really cool.
Yeah,
so
we are using these fabrics, these exact fabrics. That's Moda Grunge. And then we're going to use Paintbrush Studios solids, probably either white or rice paper. Rice paper is just a little less intense white, so it wouldn't be quite so shocking difference between. It would have kind of the same look as this one because it doesn't have a white background. It has the grunge, so there's a little bit of texture in it. So we'll probably use the rice paper or oyster color. So not quite white, but it'll read white against the pink.
Yeah, Jen said she did a sashing, so she's going to send a picture in. So
yeah, send a picture, Jen, because it is a beautiful quilt, and these are really super simple blocks. They look hard. These are not hard. Applique is not hard. And we will make each block each week, so that'll take up quite a portion of the show.
So where do they sign up?
So you need to go to quiltershq.com, go to classes, and then click on the calendar, and then go to December, and it will be on that calendar for the sew-along for this one. And this one is called Stitch in Pink. I think it's the name of it. Stitched Pink, I think.
So Quilters HQ, then the calendar, and then what?
And then, so the calendar is going to come up for October, and so you're going to go to the calendar for December, and then pull that up. And then once you pull up the December calendar, it should be on December 6th, Stitch Pink, and sign up for the first month. So once you sign up, you only have to sign up once, and then every month you'll have a kit with your name on it. Those will be available to pick up Wednesday following, and they will be mailed out if you're not here in town.
So how many blocks are we looking at and how many weeks?
30 blocks, 30 weeks. So I don't know where Thanksgiving and Christmas fall in the calendar, but they're usually on. I know Thanksgiving is on a Thursday, so we don't have to worry about that. But I don't remember what day Christmas falls on this year.
I think it's Sunday.
On a Sunday. So no problems there. We shouldn't have any interruptions because I think we're done with travel after this week for the rest of the year.
I think so. Let's stay here, focus on the business. We're not going to go to market, I don't think.
Yeah,
so.
Market's like next week.
Yeah.
So.
Houston Quilt Week.
Yeah.
So it's right after that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this will be pretty fun. It's a beautiful quilt. Okay.
Where to?
So we got a couple things. So we're selling our shop sample for this quilt. Now this is not a pieced quilt, and we're just giving it away for the cost of the top and the quilting. So we only have one.
You have a few more questions on the sew along.
Okay, back to the sew along.
Are you able to ship more than one kit to save on the shipping costs, like for
Yes.
they can hold for a month? I
Yes,
think is what we
so-
did before.
Yep, same as what we did before. If you want to hold your kits for a month and then ship them, or we'll have other things too. Like we usually do a fabric sale or something in between. It can ship with that as well to get free shipping. So, yep, we can absolutely do that. Any other questions? Good question.
I think that's all for a minute.
So we have enough fabric to do 25 kits. So once we reach that limit, no more.
Hey,
no more
Luann, how are
kits.
you? Lorian. Sorry.
Okay, so this was our shop sample, and we sold out of all of the kits for this one. So we are asking $50. It's just a simple throw. It's quilted with curly swirly pattern. So there's the back. So if you have a Southwest theme, we only have the one. Comment "Make It Mine" horse quilt, and this could be yours. So it's not an actual pieced quilt, it's a printed top. So almost like a panel that's been quilted. But pretty.
Yeah, it came out beautiful.
Yeah, it's a really pretty quilt. And then I'll need your help for the other one.
Yeah, so the other one was more of a discussion topic, really.
Yeah,
What do we do with...
Sometimes we have things
Tape.
that are uncomfortable to talk about and experience, and it's got a big old thread in it. And this one is one of them. So we've had this quilt for a little while. Let's pick it up. And so this quilt is for sale.
Well, we were trying to decide actually what to do with it.
Well,
So,
I think it should go to a good home, somebody that will appreciate it.
it's very pretty.
Now let's put it up on the table. Excellent piecing, and we'll measure it here in a second. So this was a customer of ours, and unfortunately she passed during COVID. And we held on to it for a long time. And then finally we got a hold of the children who gave us that information. And we were sad because, it's sad when people die. But they didn't want it. So, which kind of makes my heart ache. Because we put, as quilters, we put so much effort into these quilts. And fabric this is not an inexpensive hobby. And it was her last quilt that she made. And they just didn't really seem to be interested in having it.
Yeah, so what would you do with it, right? So would you sell it so it can find a nice home? Would you, I don't know what the options really are. So we're kind of asking the viewers, what would you do with it? Shop up or so long question.
Okay.
On the okay. Hi Michelle, how are you? Someone said do an auction. The
Okay.
thought. Donate it in her honor to a hospital or a senior center.
Well, that's a good
That's
idea.
a good option. Sell it, donate it to hospice. Okay. Hey, Michelle. Sell it and donate the money in her name.
Could do that too.
Donate it to Project Linus.
I think it's too big for Project Linus.
Church.
Well, those are all really good. You know what we might do? How about
Donate
if...
it to charity that has an auction.
What if we did a $1 ticket at the Shop Hop for a chance to win the quilt and then donate that in her name to... I don't know what her
Yeah, I don't know what her charity was.
charities are, but, we
She
could
might have it
donate
in the obituary, though. They might have put it donations.
I was going to
a
say to
certain charity.
Harvesters.
Harvesters
Because
would be a
that
good
could
one.
go a long way to feed a lot of people.
Yeah.
What does everybody think of that idea?
Peggy said, I sometimes wonder what will happen to my quilts when I go.
Well, yeah, Sean has had that conversation with me. He's like, what am I supposed to do with all this stuff? And I'm like, not my problem.
Michelle said, I would do an auction here. That way it will go to someone who wants it. Raffle at the Regional Quilt Show next June.
Well, I was going to do a raffle at the Shop Hop because we'll have 250 people coming through. So if everybody buys a $1 ticket, that would be, or, even 10 tickets, that would be all proceeds donated to Harvesters.
Patsy said that her quilts might go to the street.
You never know. I don't know. I don't know.
It's such a hard thing to...
And every family is different. I would think that my son would want some of my quilts, and, stepkids, they would want some of them, but...
I like the idea of the raffle and then donate.
Yep.
Raffle at the Shop Hop sounds good.
Yeah. So we can just put this on display and...
Like the Harvesters. Send the money to Harvesters to feed. That's always
Yeah.
a good... That's always a good one.
Yeah. And this time of year, we're talking about Thanksgiving dinners for people that
Right.
may not have them otherwise.
Okay. We're getting a lot of votes for Shop Hop and then donate to Harvesters.
Or there's Toys for Tots. That's always got a soft place in my heart, too. But
Carol said, my kids will probably donate all mine to the Salvation Army.
I'd go with a quilt museum over the Salvation Army. You should instruct them now to go donate them to a quilt museum, not Salvation Army. Because the quilt museum will take them and they can get a charity donation, tax deduction. But thank you for your feedback on that.
Donate to the food bank. That's kind of the Harvesters
Yeah.
concept as well.
Yep.
The backing was really pretty.
Yep.
The colors.
And again, this is that curly swirly pattern
Mm-hmm.
that is so popular. And it's a big quilt, too.
Yeah, it's really big, yeah.
Like either a generous queen or a small king.
Well, thank you everyone for the feedback on that. We were just really kind of sitting on it, not sure what to do.
Yep. So, but brings up some good questions and comments, and so
Good thoughts.
maybe you should tell your family what you want to happen to your quilts instead of letting them decide. And maybe I should do that with my son as well and be like, no Salvation Army. It's a good cause, but not for my quilts. You can donate money if you want, but my quilts need to go to a quilt museum or somewhere like that if you don't want to keep them. And there's too many to keep, so.
And each person's different.
Yeah. Okay, so.
But on that same topic,
Okay.
we did during the retreat, gentleman brought in a quilt from his great-great-grandmother, and he was really trying to figure out what to do. And the ladies were just a tremendous help to him.
Oh, I'm sure he never expected to get so much advice.
It was a full-on counsel. meeting.
The Council of Quilters.
Yeah, the Council of Quilters. To give him some great advice. And I think in the end, what he actually decided to do was he counted up the number of family members that he had.
Yeah.
And kind of one of their recommendations was give a piece of that quilt to all the family members in a frame, something that's sizable that they could actually put on their wall. So it's not huge, taking up all this space, but you got this piece of something, you know, that your great grandmother made.
Yeah.
So I thought, and it was such a, he was really happy that he got all the council, because he was wanting to, hey, quilt it, and you know, the fabric is too old and the stitches would have tore apart. So
yeah, sometimes when we store those, little critters get into them and make their homes, and
it was such a beautiful quilt. I mean, it had sugar sacks on the back, it had the flour sacks on the back, it had, you know, some rayon fabrics I think on the front, silky. It really was a pretty quilt. So but it did need some love. There were some parts that were kind of torn, and so I thought it was a good choice. Now what he decided to do, I don't know, but thanks to all the ladies for helping out. So
back in stock, we have the Moda wool scrap bags. These sold out last time, and we did a little project with them, which I still have to quilt. These are $24.99, so comment Make It Mine wool scrap bag, and they're all different, but you get all of these just perfect for applique sizes, of all different kinds of fabrics. So we even got a houndstooth in there. I mean, that would be cute for a flower center. Another checkered one. I was thinking, because I was cleaning my sewing room, and I know that's like a shock, because we all need to do that, I'm sure. But I found my needle punch set, and I was like, oh, I wonder if I could do that on these. Well, guess what? You can. And some of these are felted wool, so this is like a really heavy, this is like perfect for needle punch. I mean, it'll work on these as well, but I'll need to stabilize them before I do it. But this one is so much thicker. So they're all different. They come in all different sizes. There's some bigger pieces and some smaller pieces. So see the difference in the size between the two of them. And I think it's 40. I think it's 40 pieces. There might be more, might be less. But yeah, so here's another like really larger group of pieces. So if you want one of these and it's dealer's choice, Carrie's just gonna pick up a bag and ship it to you, or you can come in store and pick them up too. So comment Make It Mine, and we will put one with your name on it. And then we have kind of a fun thing. I'll take these with us because we can do that over there. So Elna has released a new machine, and we're going to go check it out.
Yeah, let's go see what's going on.
Taking my water, and it is water. This is the Elna Excellence 790 Pro. And I need to be just a little bit shorter here. There we go. So, 13.75 inches from needle to throat. You get a ton of feet with this. I like Elna for sewing machines. One of the reasons that I like Elna is because Elna makes us a better sewer. So skills that we don't really like to practice, like Y seams, or, you know, when you're doing applique. And I'm going to show you two things on this machine that I really like, but we'll go through some of the menus too. So this has a home screen, and I'm going to show you some of the really cool stuff about it too. So, like, You know how when we want to take off our stitch plate for to get to our bobbin area, it's kind of hard. This one, you do it with just a touch of a button, and it just lifts up for you. So I don't know if you've ever struggled with that, but this is super easy. So that's one thing that I really like. And it's magnetic, so it just pops into the right place every time. So there's no struggling. And then like some of the other brands, you're like, you got to push really hard to get that plate down. This one, you just drop it and it's magnetic and it just kind of just sinks down there. And it's always going to tell you, you know, make sure you got the right foot on, which right now I don't have one at all on. And so one of the things that I like about Elna, you can scroll through all of these patterns, and I don't know, can we see right up here where, and it might be choppy. So you can scroll through all of these and it will take you through each of these settings. Just tons and tons of stitches on here. And then we're still in stitches, decorative stitches. So it's got several alphabets, tapering stitches, so you can make beautiful leaves for applique, applique stitches, or you could use these for crazy quilting too. Some cute ones on there too, so like you could do little trains, or you know, the laundry on the line, little houses. But this is my favorite part. So I call it, you go through the t-shirt. And if you'll notice, there's 3 tabs up here. So this one is for basic sewing. So if you wanted to sew woven over edge, it will load the stitch, tell you what presser foot to put on, and then make all of your settings for you. Now always keep in mind this is a starting point because there's a lot of different woven fabrics. So you may have to adjust your stitch length or your stitch stitch tension as well. So 2 layers, 3 layers, and that's just one of them. There's 3 pages. So if you're doing ease stitching, so you're attaching a sleeve to a garment, let's go back to that. You're doing an eyelet, you're sewing your buttonhole, basting, and my favorite, smocking. So you can do smocking with this. So you can do your gathering stitches, and once you have that, you can add all of the smocking stitches on it. And we'll do a demo on that later, but we're not going to have enough time tonight to get into that. So if we go back to the t-shirt, to the home, that was just the basic sewing. So 3 stitches, 3 types: zipper pouch, or pouch zipper, concealed zipper, a lap zipper, curve sewing, top stitching, rolled hem, all of those, and it will take you through the settings to do that for you. And so different feet. So if you wanted to do free motion couching, it'll tell you what foot to put on, and it will tell you, do you want to do a zigzag or a zigzag stitch too? And I think there's just, the difference is the width. Let's go back to the t-shirt. Piping. So we see this a lot in quilts. Well, we see, it's a little bit different from what we call piping in quilting, and what sewers or crafters call piping actually has the cord inside of it. We don't typically add the cord when we do our quilts, but you can do this and just leave the cording out. So let's go back in here. Applique, the ruffler on this machine is very, very cool and works really, really nice. Ultra glide, so if you're sewing like vinyl, something like that, it's going to tell you to put your glide foot on and make all of the settings to the machine for you. So there's all this stuff happening in the computer, or in the computer area here, that's setting all of this for you. So if you look, your stitch length and your stitch width, all different. So now that we're here, this is one of the first things that I wanted to show you. And I'm going to put my regular foot back on the machine. I'm just going to push the presser foot down and then lift it up and just pop it on. There we go. And I'm going to use some fabric that we've already sewed on. So with an applique stitch like this, a blanket stitch, one of the things that we have to keep track of is where are we in our stitch, because we don't want to get to a portion of the stitch that does the back tack and then we're going to pivot and then we have this, so say we're doing a heart and we're going to do the bottom of the heart and then we're going to pivot, but look how evenly this is feeding for this without me even doing anything. So I have no idea where I am in the stitch and I want to pivot to make a corner of a heart. So I'm just going to tell the machine, start a new stitch. And then I'm going to pivot my fabric. And I'll show that to you in just a minute. And there you have it, that really nice, beautiful pivot right there. So the other thing, and I'll show you a demonstration before we actually make anything. So, I mean, lots of stitches for, that's kind of a cool applique stitch with a zigzag and a blanket stitch. That would be great for wool. Applique 3. Some angled stitches, that would be good for wool too. If you're doing really tiny applique and you don't want it to be seen, there's a really small stitch for it. And then we're going to go back to the t-shirt, and then we're going to go on to this one, and this is all of your quilting stitches. You can also get to the applique stitches here. There's a setting for ruler work, so comes with a ruler foot. Decorative quilt stitch, so you can machine quilt with this machine. There's sashiko, hand look quilting, which is very cool. So you just put decorative thread in your bobbin and your top tension gets really tight and it pulls that bobbin thread up so that it looks like a hand stitch. And we actually have a quilt here that I did with not this machine but that technique, and it really does look like hand stitching, which is kind of cool. So let's go back. Sashiko, same concept. You're going to put your invisible thread on top and it's going to pull up the bobbin work. So these are stitches that are not available on a lot of machines. And I know you're thinking, well, this machine must cost like $15,000, but you would be wrong. We can tell what the MSRP on it was $64.99, I think. So the MSRP and on this is $64.99. But if you come into the store, it's less, significantly less.
And if you're on our email list, you'll get an email about this machine in the morning.
This machine will come out in email. So free motion quilting, so you can do free motion. Variable zigzag is kind of cool. We'll go into that on another one. Applique you can get to from here. Straight stitch, but we're going to do piecing. So I'm going to show you the feature on this that one of the things I love the most about this machine. So if you've ever made a grandmother's flower garden, and look, I already have some hexes cut out. If you've ever made a grandmother's flower garden, you know you have to mark at the start and the stop point on every single seam. And that can take you hours just doing that. So this has a feature where, I don't know if you can read this. So I'm going to cut. I'm going to say same size. And I'm going to cut. And so I just sewed just a little more than an inch right here. And so I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to put... And so the machine is going to automatically stop at the same point. It says restart for the same size or different size. So we're just going to cut. And it will continue to sew the exact same length of stitches. So why does this matter with the grandmother's flower garden? So we have to mark, I'm going to trade my foot out here for my 1/4 inch foot. Lower my foot, snap on that foot, and it does have a knee lifter, which I am going to use. And so with this one, so I've marked, and I've only got 2 colors, so we're not going to get a lot of variation here. So I've already marked one of them, and you can kind of see the points. So I'm going to sew green and the blue together. So just like this. And on the stitch plate, so the cool thing about this, I've got my stop point marked. Where's my, there it is, little stylus here. I've got my stop point marked, so I'm going to slow down. I know, which is totally not normal for me. So I'm going to put, let me raise my foot. And so when I put this right up next to here, there's a line on the stitch plate right here where I'm going to line up my fabric with this 120 inch. And here, let me just pop the foot off so you can see it. So lined up with the 120 inch when, and I'm going to do the no-no here, right there, you can see that my start point is right on that dot where I'm lined up here. So let me put this back up here, put my foot back on. So, and I'm going to use my knee lift and line up with my 120-degree line. I'm kind of a little bit further back right there. And then I'm just going to sew to this stop point. And so when you have your 1/4 inch foot on, the start point is always going to be in the perfect position with this 120-degree angle. Oops, I got a thread stuck somewhere. Will you grab the scissors off of the Janome? There we go. I didn't bring any scissors over with me. Wasn't planning ahead here. So since I stopped, I'm going to click that, I'm going to cut, and I'm actually just going to start over and stitch that again. And when I get close, I'm going to slow way down so that we're actually stopping right on that, right there. Same size, I'm going to say okay, I'm going to cut, and then I am going to press this towards the blue, right there. And you can see I've got my little opening here, and I've got my little opening over here. Now when I'm doing Y seams, I like to sew from outside, so I call it the open side, towards the closed side. So here, let's do a green one. And we're just going to line this up, and there's no markings on this one. It's automatically going to stop in the right place. And so I'm lining up with that mark on my machine. So a little bit faster. And then the machine is automatically going to stop. And as long as I don't do anything, it will continue to automatically stop in the correct location. So we've got those two pieced together. And then we're just going to fold it just like this. And then we're going to sew this one together. We're going to line up these seams right here, right there. And again, I like to sew open side to closed side. And then I'm just going to kind of maneuver this a little bit so that that pops out and doesn't get sewn in to my seam. Line up with my mark. And this is shifted just a little bit, so I'm going to pull that bottom one over a little bit. And then cut. And there you have it. So Y seams, not something I would normally choose to do. Actually, I'm pressing this the wrong way. This needs to go this way. By machine. So super easy to do. And like I said, this is a machine that will make you a better sewer, give you the confidence to take on projects that you wouldn't normally try. Huge throw. You can quilt with this machine, you can piece with this machine. The only thing you cannot do with this is machine embroidery, because this is a sewing only machine, but you've got a ton of light. This table does work with it, and there is a little drawer set that you can get for it. So really smart on Janomi's part to put these tables out for Elna and Janomi on these big machines, because some of the cabinets that you have today, they won't actually fit this machine because it's too long this way. So, but truly a workhorse of a machine. I love it. I think you'll love it too. Come on in and give it a try anytime. People here are happy to show you. And I don't think it will be too long before some of the staff starts taking one of these home.
Yeah, they're both for sewing on it all day.
Yep, all the machines they have in here available to sew on, and they're both like taking turns sewing on this one. The smocking feature is super, super cool. And I'm sitting there thinking about, how do I get smocking into my quilt blocks? And I think I can. Pretty sure. It's just a little bit of texture.
Well, Jim, I think we got Thread of the Month Club.
We do, and this month's thread is wine.
And oddly enough, we sold out of it.
Oddly enough, we did sell out of it.
I don't know if we have some up there now, but if it already came in. But
we did get a checker order. We do order every week. This color number is 5003, and it's this beautiful mauve color. So wine is the perfect name for it. 15% off if you buy it tonight. Come and make it mine. Wine.
If you're in the Thread Club.
And if you're in the Thread Club, it's 20% off. Still don't have an answer on the boxes for the Thread Club. So something will happen eventually. Tonight's giveaway is Compliments of Moda, and this is, we do not have this collection in the store. This is not one we got. This one is Christmas Eve by Leela Boutique.
Hey Donna, how are you?
So really cute fabrics. So little charm pack. This will make, we did a pillow with these, I think it was like last year.
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah.
That we did a pillow and it had a sashing. These are perfect for that. And make a cute little holiday decoration, or you could do a Christmas tree with it. All kinds of stuff. So just need a winner. Any questions about the machine that we were selling on? Okay.
Kira's on vacation. I don't know if she's on here. I think she's doing like some crazy working vacation or something.
She's down south of us.
Yeah.
What else? Mug rugs make great holiday gifts for your coworkers, people not quilt worthy. Perfect little gift.
She hasn't said anything. I thought I saw her on here. So did you?
Mm-hmm. Okay, Carrie, just waiting for winter.
Well, I'm just gonna pick one then. Michelle Guyton.
Michelle, congratulations. So if you haven't shopped with us before, please go to quiltershq.com and register for Joan Sews. That will give us your information and we will get this in the mail to you. If you're local, you can come in the store and pick it up. If you purchased anything tonight, please go, and you haven't shopped with us before, please register for Joan Sews and we will send you an email with an invoice that you can pay with credit card or PayPal, and then we will get it on its way to you. And that is us for tonight.
Yeah, as always.
Don't forget to check your thread path, oil your hook, and change your needle. Those will solve most of your problems.
Most of your problems, yes. And enjoy the rest of your week.
Yes, come see us tomorrow.
Yeah.
We do have some new stuff we didn't show too.
All right. If there's no other questions, we will sign off for tonight.
Don't forget to sign up for the new sew along.
Yep. We'll send an email out for that one too, so
Yep.
you can see that.